Today I'm breaking the cycle of consumerism. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. It's what I've been doing endlessly for the last 4 months, I want to say. I was on this streak of posting consistently, definitely not on YouTube, but amongst my social medias. And I felt this sense of purpose through it. Maybe I didn't know necessarily what I was doing, but because I was taking a risk, because I was trying to put my message out there, I felt fulfilled. And then I got a job. Yeah, I said the word. I got a job. I got a stable job because certain interests in my life weren't providing me the income that I needed to be able to provide for myself and to help my needs and bills and regular expenses as part of being an adult. Nonetheless, I got the opportunity to work, and I started as a salesman, and I started making pretty good money for my age. At 20 years old, I picked up the gig of selling cars and being able to put myself out there and articulate myself in a way that brought me pretty good success pretty early on. And 4 months in, I've sold over 50 cars. Honestly, less than 4 months. This is my fourth month now. So in, let's say, 12 weeks, 11 weeks, I've sold about 50 cars. Not too bad for a newbie in the game. But other than that, I got comfortable. And with comfort lies your darkest, most revealing secrets. And it really exposed what type of life you'll get when things start to get easy. And I don't want to say it's easy because it's honestly been hell. And I won't really say that I've been happy with my life. But it certainly brought me income, which has helped me in areas of my life which I was struggling before. But the thing is that money doesn't bring all the solutions to your problems. If anything, most of the solutions come from within. And it's when you do something that's full of purpose, when you do something that's meaningful, that's when you truly feel like you're living your life to the most. And today is April 3rd. It's my father's birthday. And I felt like I had to break the cycle. I felt like he's been away for some time and that I need to articulate this purpose in person that he always saw in me. He saw this person, this kid that was capable of doing world-changing things. And often when I was struggling or in a bad place in my life, he was able to see that no matter what and bring that spark out of me. And today I want to dedicate this to him because this is when I break that cycle of consumerism. So getting back to my job, I got very comfortable. I started making better money, and it brought me out of this rut that I was in throughout the last year, in which I attempted entrepreneurship and I got into this game of trading, and I started deeper diving into what it means to be an adult, a 20-year-old, completely by himself, trying to figure things out. And I'm not going to completely put myself down because I've done really well, but there's a part of me that isn't fulfilled. And there's this feeling in all of us that when you consume, when you watch YouTube videos all the time, when you're scrolling on Instagram, you feel complacent. You feel like you're not doing enough with your life. You create this excuse in your head that you're tired and that I deserve a break. I need to relax. I've been working hard all day, so let me hit a quick scroll. And you create this excuse over and over and over again. Because you're working, more than likely, in somebody else's business, for some company, playing your part, and that after a long, draining day in a probably toxic environment, you need to relax. And it's probably not even the end of the day. You're doing it throughout the day whenever you get a chance. And I'm a victim of this myself. But at the end of it, at the end of the day, at the end of your week, you go back to your job over and over and over again. It doesn't really feel like anything's changing in your life. Yeah, you're getting that check. You're able to put food on the table, pay your bills, But it just feels like time is passing you by and you haven't really achieved anything meaningful in your life. And I know it's crazy for me to say because I'm just 21 years old and I really haven't had that much time. But in the time that I've been here, I've been able to recognize that I've been concealing something. I haven't been able to fully reveal what I'm here for. And certainly working for somebody else and being bossed around by people who aren't particularly the happiest, it is draining. And I know that if I don't take the risk of making content and putting my message out there, then it's a waste. And, you know, I've struggled with worrying about the quality of the content or the exact message that I'm putting out. I'll rewatch what I'm recording and say, oh, I should have articulated it differently. I should have worded this and this point differently. But the truth is that I have these ideas and these thoughts for the reason that I am right now. And that the only way that I'll learn is by trying and doing. And that if you stay complacent, if you stay stuck with what's comfortable, you'll never know what you were capable of. But by failing, by trying things, by being uncomfortable, that's what exposes the areas that need improvement and what you're good at and just the full spectrum of what you offer as an individual. I think, you know, I went on a walk today with my dog. I've been really trying to stay off of social media and relax in a way that I'm just spending time by myself and with my dog, taking deep breaths, trying to stay really grounded and figure out what it is the next step, because I need to make some change in my life because I'm not happy with where I'm at. And I don't even know where this is going, but I felt like I had to pick up the camera again and just start talking again. And that when I'm putting this message out there, I know there's people that relate to me because what I'm explaining is, I want to say the majority of people experience it, that there's something within that they want to express or that they're just containing that they don't know what to do with. And that at the end of the day, they feel like they're wasting it. But they don't express it. They hide it. They escape. They consume. They look at other people's message. They watch other people's experiences and they live through that. But the most fulfilling life is creating something of your own. And you and I both know that. So picking up this camera and speaking to you guys and sharing that, yeah, it's just me venting, but there's somebody out there that's connecting with my message and maybe hearing things in a way that they didn't think before, and that it's giving them perspective. But in conclusion, I just want to say that, you know, I think the most fulfilling life is one where you allow your subconscious to express itself, that you allow that inner message, your feelings, your thoughts to be put out and create things as a result of it. And that when you're constantly living through other people's version of reality, others' idea of how things should be, it hinders you and it keeps you in this state which often leads to depression and frustration, and it doesn't feel fulfilling. And I see why so many people are sad and hopeless. And it doesn't help that the world we're living in, that the media that's pushed out, it pushes people to have a range of emotions and they don't even know what to do with themselves. You go scroll on your phone, you see something that makes you happy, and then you're sad, and then you're confused, and you're just stuck. And it keeps you in this state, this low vibrational state where you don't know what you're here for and what you're supposed to be doing. But they make you think that working and making money is the solution. Buying that next thing is the solution. It's going to make you feel that much better. But to be honest, did buying that item, That thing that you've been desiring for so long, did it last once you finally got it? No, because we're never satisfied. But I'll tell you that I'm satisfied with experiences that I've been able to create, by places I've been able to travel to, by videos I've had the courage to cough up and make, because it's something I can look back and it's something tangible that I created, that I did myself. And nobody can take that away from me. And yeah, at the same time, working hard and creating something or earning enough money to buy something, there's something in that too. But it doesn't hit the same. The journey is what hits. And creating meaningful memories is what hits. So yeah, break the cycle, take some risks, and connect with that inner child that always screamed and had that vision for you that you've fallen off track with a little bit. It's time to make that change. Lock in, fam. Expect more videos like this, and stay tuned on my socials, link in the description, for more daily uploads, because there's a lot going on in here and I want to share it with you guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Peace.